Namaste students, myself Sunil Kumar from the Department of Computer Science. Today we are moving to the next session based on the same chapter, web designing. And today's our topic is HTML hyperlinks, HTML list and HTML tables. In the last session we discussed mainly about what is the HTML. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the most widely used language to write the web pages. Most commonly and most widely used language to write the web page is HTML. Nowadays it's changed with the XML or any other programming language, but older days mainly they are using the HTML to design the web pages, or to write the web pages they are used with the HTML or Hypertext Markup Language. And also we discussed with the HTML document structure. The document structure means HTML mainly document compresses with the HTML tag, mainly contains the HTML tag, compressed with the HTML tag or enclosed with the HTML tag. The HTML tag mainly divides the web page into two parts. HTML tag mainly divides the web document into two parts. One is the first part is known as head part and second part is known as body part. Like that, two parts will be there in case of HTML structure. In the head part is mainly used for coding purpose, and body part that is mainly used for designing a document. If you want to design the document, body part is used. Then we discuss with the basic HTML tags, and text formatting tag. Remember, basic tag or text formatting tag, they are asking for 5 mark questions that we discussed in last. And also we discussed with the HTML images, how to insert an image. If you want to insert one image to your web page, how you can insert? We are using mainly img tag. IMG image tag is used to insert the image, and that has main one attribute, that is SRC. SRC is also known as source, or SRC is the one attribute for image tag or IMG tag. This much we discussed in the last session. Remember that one? These all things we discussed in the last year. We studied in the last year, but once again I explain all these things. Next we are moving to the today's topic, that is HTML hyperlinks. So I told, if you take the HTML, that mainly used for hypertext. Hypertext means that is a link to go for any other page, or text within link. If you take any text that is displayed in the text, that is known as hypertext. How you can create the hypertext? When you are going to create the hypertext, we have to use the hyperlinks. We have to use HTML hyperlinks. A web page can contain various links that take you direct to another web page, or even a specific part of the given page. So HTML page contains some links. HTML page contains some links that mainly used to directly takes to other page. By clicking that one, we can directly move to other web page or a specific part of the same web page. It's also possible to move the specific part of the same page. These type of links are known as hyperlinks. That type of links are known as hyperlinks. Hyperlinks allow visitor to navigate between website by clicking one word or one phrase or one image. By clicking the one image or by clicking the particular word or by clicking some phrase, we can move to some other website. Sometimes we can move to other website, or sometimes we can move to other web page in the same website, or sometimes we can move to the same web page other part of the same web page. Like that is possible to move. Thus you can create hyperlink using the text or image. You can create the hyperlinks by using the text or images available on a web page. In a web page, either text will be available or images will be available. By using that images or text, we can create the hyperlink. When you are going to create the hyperlink, mainly we are using a tag named A. A tag is used. Then href, that is a hyper reference, or hyper reference will be there. Href, hyper reference. Then you have to give the file name. Then after closing the A tag, we have to give the text. If you click the next page here, then automatically it is moving to the next file name. Which file name is told? that page will be navigated. So mainly here we are using the A tag. What is the A tag? Anchor element allows you to link the various web pages or different sections on the same page. Mainly in case of HTML hyperlink. In case of HTML hyperlink, we are mainly using the anchor tag or anchor element, or we can say the A tag. A tag is a tag that is allows to link the web page or different sections of the same page. It's possible to move to other page, possible to move the other page or same sections or different sections of the same page, or different sections of the same page is possible to move. So that is actually known as A tag. So if you take the A tag, you can see A tag. In that A tag, one attribute is a main attribute. If you take the image, one main attribute is src. But if you take the A tag or anchor tag, one main attribute is href, hyper reference. H reference means hyper reference. It is reference to the another web page. So hyper reference, we have to give the full address of the another web page. For example, we can give www.google.com. So if you click that one, automatically it's going to google.com or www.facebook.com or instagram.com. Like that, any particular pages link we can give. Any particular pages link we can give. So by clicking that particular link, automatically your page is going to redirect or directing to that particular page, which address is given or which URL is given. Based on the URL, that page is going to navigate. That is the anchor tag. The various attributes of the anchor tag. If you take the anchor tag, anchor tag mainly contains different attributes. The first is href. Second one is a name. Third one is title. Next one is target, and last one is alt. So href, name, title, target, and alt. These are the different types of the attribute present in the anchor tag. The different types of attributes are href, name, title, target, and alt. The first one is href. What is href? Href means hyperlink reference. Hyperlink reference. Attribute specifies the location of file. It specifies the location of a file or resource you want to provide to link to. For which website or for which web page or which document, if you want to give the link, that link should be given in href. That link should be given in href. That is the first and important attribute. That is the first and important, very important attribute, that is href. Remaining thing, if you are not given also, anchor tag is going to work. But if you forgot to give the href, the anchor tag is not going to work because we are not specified where we have to link to, where we are going to link. So that is not given. So you have to give the URL normally. If you are giving any other web page, means web page full address, web page address, that is known as URL. That should be specified inside the href. The second attribute is name. The name attribute specifies a location within one current or existing document. It specifies the name. It specifies the location within current or existing document. You have to give the name. That is the name attribute. Name attribute specifies a location within the current or the existing document. That is name. The next one is title attribute. The title attribute specifies the title for file. That is specifies the title for the file that we are providing link. For which document if you are providing link, for that title should be mentioned in the title tag. The next one is target. The target attribute specifies the position in the web page. The target attribute specifies the position in the web page where the browser displays the file. Which file you have to display in the same page. Normally, sometimes if you have to display the same data, same page, some part of the same page. So that particular target should be mentioned. The next one is alt. Alt means attribute. Alt attribute specifies the alternative text. It specifies alternative text which is displayed when an image used to hyperlink. when a image used as a hyperlink is not displayed. Alternative text should be given. For example, in some web page, if you give the image as a link, if you click the particular image, that is going to move link to the particular web page. So at that time, sometimes image will not be displayed in some web browsers. So what you have to do, when image is not displayed, you have to give the alternative text. We have to give alternative text. That alternative text will be displayed when image is not displayed. Whenever image is not displayed means it will display the alternate text. So by reading that alternate text, we can move to the particular web page. That is different attributes. Next one is HTML list. We are using the HTML list. HTML offers authors three ways for specifying the list. There are web authors, they can, when you are going to write the documents in a web, through the web, if you are going to write documents, that authors are known as web authors. That web authors, for web authors, there are three ways of specifying the list information. It's possible to specify the list information by three ways. The all list must contain one or more list element. If you are going to list the elements, that list should contain one or more elements. One or more list elements should be there. The first one is UL. UL means unordered list. UL means it is known as unordered list. This list will items using the plain bullets. Normally, what we displayed in the same document here, when you are going to study here, bullets are displayed. So like that, bullets if you want to display, like that bullets if you want to display, then we are using the unordered list. Then we are mainly using the unordered list, means it will display the bullets normally. By default it will be the bullet, then it's possible to display the square or circles, like that also possible. So normally unordered list means there is no order, like a point by point if you want to display the data. For example, these are the options, these are the features, first 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that features are there, means we can display without numbering, point, like a point we can display the details. That is by using the unordered list, that is UL, unordered list. Next one is ordered list. Next one is ordered list. This will use two different schemes of numbers to list your item. If you want to list your items, for example, some features are there, important 3 features. So how you can say, instead of bullets we can give numbers 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C or Roman letter 1, 2, 3. So like the different numbers are possible, different schemes of numbers. There are different schemes of numbers are available. Either you can use A, B, C or you can use A, B, 1, 2, 3 or Roman letter 1, Roman letter 2, Roman letter 3. So like that if you want to give the list. Like that if you want to give the list, that type of list is known as ordered list. This will use different schemes of numbers to list your items. If you want to list the different number of items in a different number schemes, that is ordered list. The next one is definition list. Definition list, this arranges your items in the same way as they are arranged in a dictionary. In a dictionary, how will arrange the details? First name, then explanation. First name, then explanation, then word, explanation, like that. In a dictionary, how will arrange the data? Like that if you want to arrange the list. Like that if you want to arrange the list, we mainly using the definition list. Definition list is mainly first word will be there, then definition will be there. Word, definition, word, explanation, not only word or definition. First word will be there, then definition will be there. So if you want to arrange the data like that, that is known as definition list. The tag used is DL. So mainly there are 3 types of list. One is unordered list, ordered list, definition list. UL, OL and DL. These are the mainly 3 types of list available in case of HTML document. The next we will move to the important part, that is HTML tables. The HTML tables allow web authors to arrange the data like text or images linked in other tables. So we can arrange the data. We can arrange the data inside the web page in a rows and columns, or you can say cells. You can arrange the data in the form of rows and columns. So that will look the page very neat. If you want to view the page very neatly, then we can use the HTML tables. The basic table tag is table, then closing tag. The table tag contains opening tag and also the closing tag. Opening tag will be the table tag is there, and also closing table tag is there. So all the table data should be enclosed within the table tag. This tag defines a table in HTML. Table tag that defines a table in HTML. If the border attribute is present, your browser will display the table with a border. So normally we should give the table border. If border is 0, table will not be displayed. Table will not be displayed. Whenever tables are there, when you are going to display the table, you should mention the table border. Whenever border is there means if the border is attribute is present, your browser displays the table with the border. With the border, table displays the table will be going to display. That is the table tag. Next, inside the table tag, we can use the different tags. Inside the table tag, there are different tags are available. The first one is a caption tag. The caption tag, this tag defines the caption for your title or table. For a particular table, if you want to give the caption, for example, timetable, if you want to give the timetable like that heading, if you are going to create a table with the timetable, so timetable is the heading. So like that different table will be there. For each table, if you want to give the different headings, for each table, if you want to give the different heading, then we are using with the caption tag. The next one is TR tag. Remember, caption tag is also pair tag. Starting tag is there and also ending tag is available in case of caption. Next one is TR tag. TR means it is a table row. So TR tag is also pair tag. Pair tag means starting is there, ending tag also is there. Starting means TR, closing means it is /TR. That is a closing tag. This tag specifies a table row within a table. If you want to create one table row, one TR tag is required. One TR tag is required. That is TR tag. Next one is TH tag. TH means it is a table header. TH means that is a table header. So it is specified the table header. By default, the text displays in the bold and centered. For example, if you are going to display the table data, so caption tag and table header tag. Caption tag means caption will be displayed for entire table. It is a title of the table. That is a caption tag. But table header, TH tag, that is the 4 different columns. There are 5 columns are there. 5 columns heading you can give. 5 columns heading. That is actually the header of the cell. That is by using the TH tag or table header tag. By default, the text in the cell is bold and centered. If you take the TH tag, table display the data in bold and centered. By default, it will be the bold and centered. Next one is TD tag. TD means table data. It is a table data. TH tag and TD tag, that is mainly creating the cells, or we can say the columns. For one column, one TH is required. One table column, one TH is required, or one TD is required. So this tag specifies the table cell. TD tag that specifies the table cell. By default, the text in this cell is aligned to left and centered. It is aligned to left and centered vertically. Normally, the text is aligned. If you use the TD tag, it is aligned to the left. So we can align the data later. So it's possible to align the data later, but by default, it will be the left and center. Next, here is the one example. So here you can see the HTML structure. HTML, first you can see the body part, head part, later you can see the body part. So head part, nothing is written, only title tag is there. Next, body open. After inside the body tag, first table border is given. Table tag is created. Inside the table tag, border is equal to 1. If you are not giving the border, table will not display the data. Table will not going to display the data. Next is the caption tag. Caption tag is giving for heading. If you want to give the heading for your web page, if you are giving the heading for your table, then caption tag should be used. Next will be the TR tag. TR means table row. TR means that is a table row. So one row. There are three TR tags are here. First TR, second TR, and third TR tag. Means three rows will be created here. Next, first is table header. There are three columns. So table is created with the three rows and three columns. TH, first is the register number, second TH name, and third TH will be the marks. So three columns will be created. So next, like that, it is going to create the again three data, and last also three data. Table data is created. Here also three table data is created. This is one example. Same example you work out with the notepad. If you have the system, work with the notepad and save as .html. Save as .html, then open that one. So you will get the table structure. The next, attributes, table attribute, HTML table attribute. The HTML table have many attributes, but only few we are discussing here. The first one is border. First one is the border. Draws the border around the table. Draws the border around the table for with the certain pixels of wide. Certain pixels wide will be there. So that is the border. Table border equal to 4. 4 means wide, little wide will be there. Border 1 means it is a single line. Whenever single line if you want, we can use the border is equal to 1. Whenever if you want certain width line means we can use table border of 10, 20 like that. The next one is BG color. It is a background color. That specifies the background color for entire table. If you want to give the background color for entire table, we can specify in BG color. That is specifies the background color for the entire table. Of the entire table, we can give the background color. That is BG color. So you can give the table BG color equal to ivory, any color. Some colors are available. That colors you can give in case of table. The next one is align. If you want to align the data or if you want to align the table, that align options are there. Align option, there are three options are available in case. One is left align, center align, and right align. You can align the table where you want to display the table, either left side or center or right side. That specifies in align. Identifies the horizontal alignment of the table. Horizontal alignment of the table. Table align left is possible. Table align center is possible, and also table align right is also possible. There are three ways of table alignment is possible. Next, V align, vertical align. Normally that is a horizontal align, is a vertical align. So either you can display the table top or bottom or middle. Like that, the top, middle and bottom, three levels of table alignment is possible. Identifies the vertical alignment of a table. Vertically we can align the table, either top or down, or we can say top, bottom or a middle. So table V align top, table V align middle, table V align bottom. Where we want, there we can align the table. Three options are also available. So one is border, BG color, align, and V align. The next attribute is cell spacing. It specifies the space pixel between the cells. If you want to give the space between two cells, then we are using cell spacing. Cell spacing provides the space between the two cells. Table cell spacing equal to 4. 4 pixels of data space will be given. Then if you give cell spacing is 10 means 10 pixels of space will be given between the two cells. The next one is cell padding. Cell padding specifies the space between cell border and the cell data. Normally data if you take it, that will be aligned to left or right. Normally data if you take it, that is normally aligned to the left. So if you want to give the space between the border and the cell data and border, if you want to give a certain space from the border to data, you have to give some space. Then we can allocate that particular space using the cell padding. By using the cell padding, we can give the reserve some space between the data and the border. Table cell padding equals 4. Example is table cell padding equals to 4. We can give not only 4, we can give any number of data. That much pixel will be data difference. It will be space will be allocated between the border and the data. Next one is call span. Next one is the call span. Allows to number of columns to be combined in a cell. If you want to combine multiple columns, we can use call span. is possible to call span. By using a call span, we can combine the multiple columns. Here example is TD call span equal to 2. The next one is row span. Row span is used to number of rows to be combined. If you want to combine the multiple rows, then we can use the row span. The next example here is TD row span equals to 2. TD row span equal to 2 means if you want to combine the columns, we are using the call span. If you want to combine the rows, then we are using the row span. Row span means number of rows. For example, if you want to combine the 2 columns, call span equal to 2. If you want to combine the 3 columns, call span equal to 3. Whenever if you want to combine 10 columns, call span equal to 10. So 10 cells will be combined. So here also row span. Whenever if you want to combine the rows, row span equal to 3 means 3 rows will be combined. Whenever row span equal to 5 means 5 rows will be combined. That is the different attributes: cell spacing, cell padding, call span and row span. So by here we reach the end of our session today. In this session we mainly discussed about the tables. Important one is table, then list. Mainly list, tables we discussed in the session. And also we discussed anchor tag, how to insert the hyperlink. Normally hyperlink, list and HTML table we discussed in this session. By here I'll wind up my today's session. Before wind up, I'll say one thing. Use the notepad, take the system, draw the or create one HTML document with the tables. That is very important. So if you practice, that will be easy for you later. So I'll wind up today's session. Thank you.